Hey everyone, welcome to Lance Fantasy Gaming. I want to talk to you about my little journey I did for a couple of weeks. I told everyone that I was going to do a little side gimmick to make some money. That was Uber. I want to tell you about the experience of Uber and is it worth it? Because I was using it to get some more hobby money for the new Strixhaven for Warhammer box set that is coming out in a week or two and money for the army painter fanatic paints for it. Me doing this video meaning that I probably end up I'm not doing any more Uber anymore. The reason why is the pay really sucks. I mean, for the amount of money, the wear and tear, and then you got to pay for gas and the insurance for it. Uh, for me, it was not that great. If you do enjoy it, please subscribe, like, and share. If you know the experience of you been an Uber driver and want to leave down in the comments, please do. And yeah, check out our Patreon Discord down below as well. Uh, so we got after my wife dad passed away. Uh, we had hail damage on our roof. We did get that replaced, get the solar panel removed and reinstalled. That cost a lot of money. Next month, I have several parts of the AC unit that needs to be replaced. And 8 of our cats got sick. And we had to spend 2 grand on vet bills on that. And they got sick again from the summer cold, upper respiratory infection. A couple of them got over it, a few of them did not. So we had to get medication to go to the ER. That cost more money. A lot of crap happened within the past month or two, and it just drained our savings and got us a little bit into debt for it. So I'll say I'm going to school. I get my GI Bill money. Let me make some little extra money on the side, just to help with the cost of it. A couple hours a day and stuff like that. For this, I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, I can rent a car. You know, renting a car would be 270, 290 a week plus tax, and see how many hours it'll take to make a certain amount. So let's say you work 8 hours, and the max value you get is about 150 to 200. And if you work 12 hours, you get 250 to $300. But you also get to deduct gas. So let's say you did 8 hours, you probably lose around $30 or around more for a tank of gas. 12 hours would be $50 or more, depending on which state. I'm going to cover only South and North Carolina because that's where I'm at. So for me, it takes about $30 to $50 a day to fill up the car, to put gas in the car. Yes, everything is deductible for your car, your maintenance, your wear and tear, mileage, and gas for it. So you get a huge tax deduction because it's a 1090K tax for it. So for my car, so 2015 Ford Transit Connect has over 100,000 miles, and you drive around about 300 or more miles a day. Depending on how many hours you drive, you pretty much get close to around 300 some odd miles a day. The reason is that my car with a full tank of gas go around 300 and I believe 54 miles and a tank of gas for it. You get little bonuses for like if you have electric cars and stuff like that, but not really much uh, for it. And the total with everything deducted and stuff like that, it was not worth it. You barely make enough. You literally have to work 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for it. And my body can't do that. My body only can do like a couple hours every other day or a certain amount. I did a full 8 to 12 hour and couple days because I want to see what the value and the cost of everything is for it. A lot of Ubers make their money at night between 10 at night to 10 in the morning. And I tried did some night driving, and it was not pretty. You get a lot of drunks. Uh, I met a lot of drunks. I'm not. I don't mind. I met a lot of people that were high on something. I did mine for it, and it's just there are a lot of good people. And there's also a lot of sketchy people for it, and it is one of those things. I'm just so happy I had the dash cam installed on my car when I did this, and it was one of those things that you really wish that you never have done this, but yeah, overall, like a week, I'll probably make $40 to $60 profit. I did about 2 weeks, 3 weeks of it. I think a lot of Uber makes money at night and the promotion for it as well. So let's say you get 130 passenger complete, you get like $1,350 for it. I think that's only once every so on. I don't know how many times they're gonna rotate that per month. I know with EV, if you do over 100 passenger, you get extra 210 a month for it. And it just did not make sense. If you're renting a car, you're basically gonna lose one whole week. You gotta do one whole week of driving just to pay that 1 month for your rentals for it. I don't know how these Uber drivers do it. I know there are boosts for it as well. I've been from Rock Hill all the way to Concord. It's like an hour or so away, and I drive an hour or so back. The navigation is really poor and bad for it. And if you're trying to filter on your way back home, so you get some drivers, get some passengers, so it goes onto your home way, does not really work as well. There's no really actual customer service for Uber. You can't dispute pretty much anything, especially stars. These people will just give you just stars and no feedback. And yeah, it is very bad in my opinion. Now I know why there's not that many Uber drivers around this area because the pay's not great. You get more money working full time at McDonald's or other jobs. I tried a delivery, and that's $3 to $5 per delivery, and the delivery can last about 30 minutes of your time. That's 30 minutes of basically waiting and losing more money down the road because you gotta go pick up the order. You gotta wait for the order, pick up the order. They gotta take it to them. They gotta wait for them to come and grab it, stuff like that. And they got some delivery for groceries and alcohol, and I'm like, no, for it as well because I think Uber basically rely heavily on tips. That's the only way I can see how a lot of these Uber drivers make a lot of their money is basically on tips. So I tried it, and I'm not ever going to do it again. If I'm really, I'm just going to use the GI Bill and then my VA pay for a lot of stuff. Whatever, I just gonna have to save. Or someone support me on Patreon or help me out getting some materials that I need and some figures for the channel. But other than that, it's one of those things. So is it good for people for getting money for hobby? No, because you will not have time to do your hobby. You're gonna spend 10, 12 hours, 7 days a week, and you'll be working about 70, 80 hours just driving. You'd be so exhausted, you'll be able to lift a paintbrush, you'd be going to bed. So that's basically it. There's nothing much I can say about it, and you know, the experience was fun, but it is. I gotta find other ways of making some hobby money. I might end up. I'll try putting figures back on eBay. They haven't really been selling because pretty much everyone and their mother have a 3D printer. So that's one of the main things. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, like, and share. Check out our Patreon and Discord. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.